Hi guys, good morning. Excuse me. I've been up for a little while, but I'm still sort of waking up, and I guess I need to clear my throat chakra before I speak to y'all. Get it spinning. Sometimes that feels really, really good. I don't think that I'm going to have any live viewers at this hour. It's about 7 o'clock my time central, 7 a.m. I've been up since about 5. But I realized yesterday I didn't do the daily video. I got kind of busy. Oh, good morning, Lisa. So I'm not alone. Okay, good morning. But I got sort of sidetracked and busy early on, like doing projects and things. And I was thinking, I was enjoying doing these lives around 11ish, noonish, maybe as late as 1ish. But then it's kind of like it's a little late, in the day for you guys. And I didn't know. I don't know. Nobody's complaining or whatever, but I don't know if it's better to do them early live or go back to pre-taping. But anyways, I'm here. I'm alive. And I skipped a day, damn it. I'm a bad psychic, but that's okay. Couple thoughts. Well, yeah, no, I'll just leave the camera the way it is. Good morning, Beth. How are you? Or Darlene, I should say. Good morning. Good morning. Couple thoughts on this though. I always say to everybody, because if you're new to me or if you're seeing this video when it's no longer live and it's just uploaded, welcome to the new folks. I appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoy my content, please hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to get the subscribers numbers to rise above 1,000. That's my goal, because then I have availability and things like that. Currently, I'm streaming via Restream, but if I get to that 1,000 viewers and a certain amount of viewing hours, I will have extra perks on my YouTube channel that I really want to get to. So if that's something you want to help me in doing and you're new to me, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and that will notify you when I'm live if I continue to do these lives. I still need to figure out what I'm doing for my dear Patreon people. And I want you all to know that I do appreciate you, those of you that are watching, whether you're Patreon subscribers or not. So there's all of that. Always check out the drop-down menu in the description, because there's some important key things I need you to know about and have read in there. Just as far as you always want to use your own highest intelligence and intuition when looking at any of my readings. Don't let anything that I say supersede or make any decisions for you in your life, right? You want to always be empowered, and you want to be the one that's kind of in the driver's seat, let's say, right? So and what I mean by that for, like, say, newer viewers is maybe I say something or I describe a situation from that I see in the cards. It's to be used to maybe validate your experience. If you're like, whoa, this guy's talking to me, he's describing my relationship with my brother or my boyfriend or my mother, or he's describing my situation at work, then great, utilize that. But ask yourself those internal questions. Listen to your internal voice. Listen to your intuition. Certainly take in some of what I say, but don't allow it to overpower whatever you know to be true for yourself. That's always the point of this channel. I want to sort of lift people up, assist them to see maybe a side or an aspect that they may be unaware of, but not necessarily. This channel is not to replace your own free will or your own choices and decisions that you make in your life. Okay. That being said, if you want a private reading, and I'm not saying that private readings are to be used that way either, I am available for private readings, and you can find all of that information also in the drop-down menu. Please follow me on all my social media platforms, and let's get over all this house rules garbage. It's not garbage, but it's just stuff I feel a responsibility to go over, especially every so often. Let's get into the cards and see what's going on. I hope you guys are having a good morning. How are you, ladies? Oh, we have a couple of joiners too. I see we have now up to 4 people. Wow. But I do know Lisa and Beth are wonderful friends and viewers of mine. So I love that they're here this morning. I think maybe live earlier is better, just so that the forecast is out for the day. And what I mean by forecast, guys, is this is a collective reading that's to be shared amongst all of us. So therefore, some of it may make sense and some of it may not. And that's okay, right? If we take bits and pieces of it, that's okay. take what works for you, leave the rest, is what they say. And if none of it works for you, nothing's wrong or broken. You might just be needing something different, a different reading, a different reader on this day. Also, this is created originally for January 7th. I can't believe we're a week into the new year already. But it is not solely set for that day, right? So if you're seeing this later at a different date that's other than January 7th, don't get caught up in that. There might be a reason. Trust in spirit and that, your higher self has got your back. Maybe this is just popping up in your feed for a random reason. Like I'll use myself as an example. On New Year's Day, I happen to be checking my YouTube because I always read the comments. Please feel free to leave questions or comments if you have any. I happened to look in my feed and there was this interesting video from a guy I've never seen before, but I'm kind of obsessed with right now. He's a licensed, therapist or social worker from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And he deals with like childhood trauma in the highly sensitive person, the HSP, which as I hear him describe this, it sounds a lot like me. Like I feel really fucking seen by his videos. And I have to say this, I'm a little bit pissed that he's no longer taking clients because I'm sort of like, I need to get into this guy's office via Zoom or something, because what he's saying in some of these videos is absolutely amazing. And I think that it rings true for me. And I think that it's time for me to do some of that work on my own, because I say this sometimes, maybe not often enough, just because I'm the one behind the cards, right? Reading the cards doesn't mean I'm any more special, any more put together, or don't have my own problems or situations that I have to deal with in my life, right? So, and I can sometimes be just as seeking and as confused as maybe some of my viewers are. So I just want you to know that and understand that just because I'm the tarot reader doesn't mean that I've got some inside track on the situations in my life. I'm a human being too, and I need to sort out my stuff too. So if you guys want to check out his channel, if any of that sounds interesting to you, I mean, you know how much fun childhood trauma can be. But there's definitely stuff I need to deal with. As an adult, I need to be responsible for and no longer carry into my day-to-day situations. His name is Patrick Tehan, I think. It's Teahan. And he has a wonderful YouTube channel with a lot of really informative, kind of crazy videos that make me feel seen. And I don't mean that by any means. I sometimes put that on my social media as a joke. It's no joke with this dude. He's like pretty incredible. So, all right. So let's see what the cards have to say for us today. And I apologize for not showing up yesterday. I did a morning reading for a private reading, and I think that I kind of, in my head, crossed wires and thought, oh, I've done my reading for the day, and just went about my day and forgot. So I apologize for that. So what do the cards want us to know for today? Okay. And our card for the day is, wow, it's still the Six of Wands. Did we not just see this card? Hold on. I got to look at my map here I write down everything for the whole year. Yeah. So I skipped a day, right? Maybe we would have saw the Six of Wands 3 days in a row. That would have been pretty incredible. But on Wednesday, which was the last reading that I did do, which was the 5th, we had the Six of Wands as our tarot card, right? And so the Six of Wands to me represents celebration first and foremost. It represents recognition. Wands is that element of fire or desire, soul, spirit, higher calling, that kind of a thing. It's got that energy, that burn to it. And I don't mean burn in a bad way. It's a burn in a good way, right? We see that victory wreath hanging off the top of that wand that he's carrying as he's parading through on this white horse of like, to me, white represents like protection, purity, grace, sort of innocence in a way. So who we are, what we are today should be seen, should be appreciated, should be valued. Even if that value is coming from others, oftentimes with the Six of Wands, I believe it's about public recognition. But sometimes I also think that it's about us recognizing ourselves and giving ourselves credit where we are due, lifting ourselves up when we need to be lifted. If the environment is unwilling to do it, then we need to do it for ourselves. So seeking out and understanding our own value, our own ability to succeed, our own ability wherever our small successes are, even if they're only small, acknowledging them, embracing them, being grateful for them. That would be this card. It's about, to me, the focus being on ourselves in a very positive way, whether it's others putting this focus on us or us taking the initiative to put it on ourselves. Does that make sense? Not in a braggarty kind of way, but in an honest, thoughtful, and that's like the white horse, this pure, innocent, you know what, I'm a fucking awesome person kind of feeling. Does that make sense, guys? Need a sip of coffee. I think that makes sense. So we're still acknowledging ourselves, or we still should be in a way that is celebratory, uplifting. And I love that he's on a horse too, because it always feels forward moving to me, right? So we should be moving forward in our life with a little bit more spring in our step, a little bit more confidence. Now, if some of you are sitting out there and you're going, that's not how I feel, that's not where I'm connecting, I don't feel what this guy is saying, then collectively, what I mean by this being a collective reading is this energy is available to you if you seek it out, right? It's out there. The Six of Wands is out there for anyone to have it, even those that are like maybe mired in their own sadness or their own frustrations, their own, there could be a multitude of emotions that you're feeling that don't really align with this Six of Wands. But ultimately, what I feel is there's an opportunity here for you to lift yourself up, to carry yourself through, and to do so with pride, and pride isn't a bad thing, right? Pride is not, hey, Tracy Swinson, good morning. Pride is not, I think sometimes pride can slip into ego, but pride is not a bad thing. And that's what this is about. So for my people that might be feeling down or not necessarily as buoyant or as proud as this card would feel to me today, I want to let you know that there is a way to start to honor the successes. And even if they're small successes, seek them out today. Honor them, lift yourself up. And as you lift yourself up, don't be surprised if the environment begins to see you in a different way or treat you in a different way. This is kind of like accolades, right? Let's say. And this is maybe praise from our boss or coworkers, praise from our family in some way, shape, or form, or just, letting ourselves understand that we are indeed to be loved and lovable. Does that make sense? Let's see what Kwan has to say with all. Oh my God. Here, the yellow tiger mother. If I have to read this story one more friggin' time, card number 13, it becomes numerologically becomes a 4, right? We also have 6 of Wands, which is about balance. And we are in 2022, which is a 6 year. So 4s to me are about stability, 4 legs on a table. I always say that. We have balance in the 6. So today should be a really empowered day. The story of this here, the yellow tiger mother, and maybe some of us need to hear this again. I don't know. I will read it to you again. It is about finding our own strength within and listening to that strength, listening to that knowledge, listening to those answers. Again, we have this yellow sort of like wreath or flag behind him. And then we have the yellow of the yellow tiger mother. They're both very much in sync. If we're not holding ourselves up, if we're not seeing ourselves for who we truly are or what we truly have, today is the day to get with it. The yellow tiger mother, she is screaming at you. Come on now, let's do this, please. I swear to God, the book even opens to hear the yellow tiger mother. This is the 3rd time we've seen this card in like the last week. We saw it on Monday. We saw it on Tuesday. I swear there's other cards in this deck, guys. I promise you that. So 13, hear the yellow tiger mother. Sometimes we must be strong and hold true whilst, oh, this is the one with all the whilsts in it. Whilst all around us seems to be shifting and changing. The yellow tiger mother, Kwan Yin, in her guardian role, is roaring her divine sound within you. Okay, I'm going to reread that because that's actually kind of important to this, the vibe that the Six of Wands has today. The yellow tiger mother, Kwan Yin, in her guardian role, is roaring her divine sound within you. Okay, meaning like allow your spirit to roar, allow your spirit to be free, allow your spirit to be seen and heralded and celebrated. Each and every one of us deserves that. Each and every one of us came here for that, to be individualistic, to be our true selves, and to, if nobody else accepts us, for us to at least accept and honor ourselves, right? So she asks you to hear her, to remember that you are a powerful being of light, even whilst you are in flow with universal forces. Your strong roots help you to be at peace with your truth, standing your ground whilst your light shines true. So your standing the ground would be the 4 in the stability factor of hear the yellow tiger mother. That's sort of the groundingness, or standing your ground and being strong in that. And then the allowing your light to shine, guys, is the 6 of Wands, the light of your spirit to shine outward. Now I'm going to continue with the story. In our surrender to divine forces, there are times when we must be flexible and flow, and then there are times when the surrender is into holding strong and being true to our inner knowing. There are inner truths that we know are worthy of the effort to grow strong enough to honor them in our lives. These are the truths of kindness, compassion, the right of each individual being to be spiritually free and loved, and more. The yellow tiger mother sounds her roaring note within you. She is a fierce, protective tigress. Yellow is her golden strength and wisdom. She urges you to listen for her sound within and to trust yourself. You know when you need to stand your ground and not be swayed. You are more powerful, strong, and courageous than you may realize. That's 6 of Wands energy also. Your strength is not stubbornness or resistance. It is holding firm to what you feel in your heart to be true, and in time you will come to realize the wisdom of your courage. Your strength at this time is needed like a protective shield, providing nurturing to a young plant. Your strength and refusal to be dissuaded from your truths helps your dreams and highest path continue to manifest. Allow yourself to hear the yellow tiger mother as she gifts you with power, strength, and knowing. Be brave, stay true to yourself, beloved. Hearing the yellow tiger mother. If you cannot do this exercise physically, then you may like to visualize doing the exercise instead. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, guys. Stand with your feet on the floor firmly grounded. Rock lightly on your feet, feeling where all 4 corners of the feet connect with the floor, and then bounce a little. And it's interesting, she's a card number 4, and I say 4 legs on a table, so grounding that energy into the ground. Without lifting your feet fully off the ground, really feel your connection and weight on the ground through your feet. Place your right hand on your solar plexus just below your rib cage and your left hand on your upper chest, and say aloud, I am a courageous being of light. I am in alignment with the universal forces, and truth is my powerful ally. I do not need to force or defend. I simply remain steadfast in my truth now and always through my own free will. I hear the sound of the yellow tiger mother, Kwan Yin, within my being emerging now. If you want to give a roar, do it. Stick your tongue out and feel her power within. More power to you, beloved. And then the prayer of the yellow tiger mother. Kwan Yin, beloved yellow tiger mother, I need courage and strength now to be true to myself and to allow my own light to take root and grow. Nurture me with your strength of spirit so that I might realize that I have your strength within me too. It is my strength, my courageous heart. Help me, beloved, now to realize my courage and have peace in my heart. I feel the roar of your courage and strength within me, and I realize that this is my own courage too. Thank you for helping me realize this, beloved tigress. Om Mani Padme Hum. And then let's look to the grounding stone. And this is a principle to ground in today. Ooh, and it's on, I think this is a aventurine. It's a nice, beautiful green stone, which associates to me with the heart chakra, which is where kind of Kwan likes to preside over with her compassion. I don't know if it's going to stand up. It's wanting to roll around. The word, you can't really see it because the stone is so dark, is namaste. Namaste is a greeting in the sense of, I believe it means the God in me honors the God in you, right? So this is about seeing the kind of connection to the divine that exists within each and every one of us. And first, ideally, we hopefully see it within ourselves. We allow that roar to sort of sound within ourselves, and we allow it to be seen by others through being, to me, namaste is not only a greeting, but in a way, it's also like sort of an act of, I kind of consider it as an act of gratitude. By honoring it, by seeing it, by acknowledging it, then we can have that sort of gratitude for the power, the strength, the beauty, the purity, all of the things that are being heralded in the Six of Wands, and this voice of strength that is within us, this voice of truth that is within us, all of that, when we honor that, when we greet it with this namaste, and we understand the power and the magnitude of it, and each and every one of us has it, even if we feel as though we don't, we can shift our entire perspective into a state of one of celebration, similar to this Six of Wands. So these cards are trying to push home an idea this week for sure. And we have the Fool as our midweek card, which we should still be experiencing a little bit, shifting into that Ace of Wands, which is that new arrival of something that affects our spirit, right? That new possibility of spirit. Maybe today is the day where we connect from the openness of the Fool and the frivolity and the optimism of the Fool into the shift of the Ace of Wands, where we really begin to acknowledge ourselves at the level of spirit and be grateful for that and start to act from that place and feel empowered by that. I hope that makes sense, you guys. That is your reading for the day. Again, I apologize for yesterday for not doing a reading, but it probably would have been these same two cards or some similar message, I believe, because it seems like they're still trying to drive home this same idea of, I don't know, embracing ourselves at a very deep and profound level and following that truth that exists within, honoring it, greeting it, owning it, and having it. That is your forecast. Thank you so very, very much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to be aware of when I go live. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hey, guys.